Hello friends and welcome to We Winners Edge NET UPHESC Overlap Serendipity video. I have used the term serendipity for a special reason and we'll come to that a little later. Um NTA-NET fiasco, if you want to call it. Yes, there are many reasons for us to believe something like that did happen. So yes, an NTA-NET fiasco has left many of us in at least a mild kind of shock, and some of us in darker kind of moods. I've been in touch with many of you people who either did appear or could not because of reasons that we totally know appear in NTA-NET. And then after talking for a couple of days, today I decided that to find a silver lining, if you want, and to give some kind of consolation to my friends there, I would analyze the papers and try to find if there is some kind of benefit that the people who prepared for net so well in the process even kind of did not or could not focus for 15 to 20 days on UPHES exam. For them, I thought to find out some kind of silver lining in the preparation for net that would also have some kind of overlap with UPHESC. Now, the conception or the preconception was that there is no such overlap. That UPHESC paper depth, width, and net paper depth, width are totally very, very, very different. Like a Venn diagram in which the two circles never overlap. So yeah, I had some such point of view of myself when I went there. So here I will take you through UGC NET 2021 English Shift 1 paper, question after question that I chose from that paper and may have some bearing upon the kind of questions asked or actual question asked in UPHESC paper. So I am trying to establish the pattern, depth, complexity kind of parallel between UGC NET and UPHESC paper. Now, after I get 2022 paper in PDF format, I will do one more analysis of that also. But then at present, we have this. So let's see. According to Longinus, which two of the following qualities apply to great poetry? Now, Longinus is totally in our syllabus of UPHESC, and this is a kind of question that may be asked in UPHESC also. There is no reason why it will not be asked. As you see that from 47 to 50, the level of complexity has increased. So from 50 to 51, a question like this, which is not very complex and directly from the text, can always be asked. Who among the following compared the mind in creation to a fading coal? This is a very, common kind of question, not a very, very difficult question, easily can be asked. Who among the following considered paraphrase as a hearsay? I mean, what can be easier than this? So, of course, this can be asked. Which of the following clusters is associated with what Julia Kristeva terms the semiotic? And then these things, I mean, you can answer this question if you have done the psychoanalytic criticism well, if you've gone into feminist criticism well, or if you've done continental thinking well, whatever and whichever way you are coming there. Julia Kristeva is a very central thinker. So even if you've prepared one paragraph or two paragraph notes on Kristeva for UPHESC, you can answer this. No, it's going to be a little difficult. But then if you're prepared for NTA-NET properly, you can answer this. Chomsky's definition of grammar with which two features are drawn from mathematics. Both ways you can answer this one, but then um, I've seen a couple of more linguistics questions. Some of them cannot be answered just with UPHESC kind of mindset. You have to widen the net and look at various kinds of questions, and that for people who have appeared for NTA-NET this time around, they have already done. So they have been preparing for UPHESC and they have been preparing for NTA-NET. So they have the NTA-NET preparation and the UPHESC preparation both going for them, working with them. Therefore, they have this advantage. and that's not a minor advantage. Who among the following edited the Cornhill magazine? Very UPHSC kind of question. Who among the following belong to the Chicago School of Critics? Why not? Movement and school kind of questions are very common in UPHSC. Arrange the following journal in the chronological order in which they started publication. This is from Prose, History of English Literature. Chronological order is one of the favorites of UPHSC. I see no reason why Tatler, Spectator, Examiner, and Review cannot be asked together for chronological order question. Which of the following poems contains John Donne's famous conceit? Now, this is coming either from metaphysical conceit or from John Donne's contextual information or from a poem in our syllabus of UPHSC. So, a very probable and very common kind of question, not at all difficult. Which of the following words refers to a sound that is associated with a particular meaning? Again, very central linguistic question. Which of the following are true of performance as used in linguistic theory? Performance and competence and uh, their association with lang and parole thing is very central to the fourth topic of linguistics unit 9. Match these two lists. So the name of the novelist, the name of the novel. So very common question in all UPHSC papers. 46, 47, such questions, match the column kind of work and write a question. Um, they are always there and more than one. Which of these questions would cultural studies be most interested in asking? This, I think, is a wonderful kind of question. UPHSC syllabus has cultural studies, but they have not asked questions from cultural studies yet. So this question is tentatively a wonderful question and UPHSC type of question. So I've gone through these many questions. I think I've established my point here. I could have gone question after question to the end of the paper, but I saw the pattern. Even I have left a couple of questions. For example, question number 2 was from the last few lines of Hardy's Test of the Turbowills, which is in our syllabus totally. Question number 3 that I have not touched was a poem that again is very central to the canon. So you see, I did not come to NTA-NET 2021 paper with um, a mind that I was going to get such a kind of pattern and such kind of overlap between NTA-NET and UPHESC past papers, and therefore a probable overlap in the time to come. Now, I have reasons to think because I've talked with students who have been in my in contact with me. We have talked about that actually. I have many reasons to think, and we have talked about that there is a high chance of 51 being different from 50, just like 47 was different from 46 and 50 was different from 47. So why not 51 different from 50? And if it is different, there are three possibilities. Either 51 will be easier than 50, not very high chances, or 51 will be more complex and more difficult than 50, but in the same uh, line of development. The third one is that it will be more complex and more difficult, but in a totally surprising kind of different line of development. Now, in this third possibility that is there, where the change will be, if not shocking, at least mildly surprising, then where will they get the questions from, and what will be the level of question that you also think and I have also been thinking. I have reached something like this, that if it is that true and we have the paper setters looking for a parallel set of questions, standard questions, why and UGC net papers and NTA net papers are ready-made question bank. If not the exact words and exact questions, they can take the patterns and they can take the types of questions, and of course texts, canonical texts, they do overlap always. So when the texts overlap and the patterns overlap and the depth overlap and the complexity overlap, it is called overlapping. So then I do suspect, then even if it is not a revolutionary kind of change from 50 to 51, there will be a lot, if not huge proportion, then still a considerable proportion of overlapping between NTA-NET and UPHESC papers, 51 paper. So my friends, you who have prepared well for NTA-NET and who have been there, for you, I have this advice: keep your syllabus and your notes with you of NTA-NET, and at least on Sundays, once a week. Not Sunday, I mean any day you want. I'm saying Sunday because that came to my mouth, Sunday. So at least on Sundays, revise your net syllabus also, the parts that overlap with UPHSC syllabus. That is my advice to you. If you take it, wonderful. If you don't take it, then write in the comment section what is the reason. I mean, what makes you think that it's not a good advice. Because when we share ideas, maybe if you have a wonderful reason for saying that my advice is not sound, and an analysis to prove that, and if you share with me through comment, through mail, whichever way you want, I'll be thankful to you. And not only me, there are many people connected with me who trust in my advice. So if I improve my advice, or even when I see your advice better, I will change it altogether, then so many other people will benefit from your advice. So I request you to either tell me by any which way that you do agree with my point of view and what we have discovered, or you disagree, and give your reasons also in the comment box, because this is very important. If we are following the strategy, giving one day or a few hours every week to keep the net syllabus fixed in our memory, then I say that there must be a very good reason for that, right? So I hope you like the discussion, and I hope you like the video, and I hope you like the concern, and of course the idea. So if you did, then please do click at the like button. Of course, we have been together for a long time, and I've been trying to reach you with as good content as I can make and get, and as many ideas as I stumble upon. Serendipity, if you want more and more. So yeah, there are these ways to connect with me, to give me ideas, to discuss ideas with me, and of course to get my ideas and stay connected with me. One of them is, of course, you can subscribe to this channel. Then we have got this Studygram channel. Fundamental material on UPHESC is at my blog, and on Telegram channel also. And there is a Facebook group of like-minded people, all of them preparing for UPHESC 51 English. You may like to join that also. Thank you so very much. Thank you.